Hi. In today's video, I will explain to you a little more in detail about our concept of unlimited IVF cycles. Unlimited IVF cycles is a very unique concept to BabySure, which has a very deep and practical impact for the patients. On a practical basis, the impacts are generally twofold. The first impact is on fixing your costs. In the current environment, the technology for IVF treatment, we do not have a technology which can ensure that every cycle is successful. So unsuccessful cycle means repeated costs, repeated cycles, which means that you cannot really know how much your treatment is going to cost. With an unlimited cycle, the first thing you do is that you fix your costs. Even if there are failures, whether it is second cycle, third cycle, or whatever number of cycles are required till conceiving, you do not bear any additional cost. So what you've been told, that's the end of how much you will actually incur. The second advantage is that we align with the interests of the patients and of the center. Typically today, the interests are not aligned. You know, the very nature of how an IVF cycle happens, if the cycle is successful, the center gets a name. If it is not successful, the center gets a repeat revenue. That's really not fair for the patient. So what we have done is then we have shifted our interest to align with that of the patient. If a cycle is not successful, then we get penalized. It is not because of any center's fault that a cycle becomes unsuccessful, but just that uncertainty is taken away from the patient and taken over by the center. So it is in the interest of my team to ensure that they do the maximum to ensure that the cycle in the IVF attempt is successful in the first cycle itself. And that has actually led to a exceptionally high success rate in the first cycle itself, because we every time there is a failure, our center loses money, and that is, I think, economic pressures are the real pressures, regardless of whatever promises anybody can give. When you're putting the money where the mouth is, so to say, then you know that we are very, very serious. So with these two major innovative approaches to how a typical IVF treatment is done, we have actually been able to change the way a patient should actually approach the whole treatment of an IVF. Now, when we talk about unlimited IVF, we have two branches of two choices which you could get. The first choice is that you can fix the cost of the entire treatment, including injections cost, excluding maybe third-party pharma, medical and delivery costs and things like that. This goes from treatment starting to conceiving, but during that period you can fix all costs, including injections cost, or you can fix a majority of the cost, which includes costs for anesthesia, costs for semen analysis, sonography, consultancy, disposables, IVF media, procedure costs, all of that. There are no repeated costs which you will bear for in case you have to actually do a repeat cycle. So you have both these options, and when you visit the center, a team of counselors and doctors will guide you as to which one is probably the most appropriate for you. This concept has been hugely successful, and we hope that more and more people take advantage of this concept, because it really is a game changer. For you, you are able to plan your entire treatment. Many of you have to borrow money to do the treatment, and we are aware of this fact. It's far easier when you know exactly how much it is going to cost, and there are no repeat costs that are going to come in. So you walk in, you know a fixed cost, and you walk out with a conceivement. We are hopeful that we will be able to help you and share and make us a part of this wonderful journey which you will embark in the future. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. God bless you.